Hey, ladies. Oh, if you really want to get buck wild, where is it? Just go back and hit them up sound. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Oh. Tomorrow we're going to try to style with the right hand and see what happens. But the left hand was getting better. She was getting better. Very 1980s. Very 1980s. How are we doing? How are we doing? I know we normally do this at 12, but I was dealing with a situation. Mom had a little toothache. It's nothing wrong. I'm one of them weirdos who, when my aunt is about to visit, I start getting toothaches. Like, isn't it enough? Isn't cramps enough? Toothaches out of nowhere, migraines. Like, come on, it's too much. It's too much. How y'all doing? So, I had to let my ibuprofen kick in. Now we can review. You know what? I was very impressed with the reality TV shows that I reviewed this week. I know I said I'm delivered from Cucumber Melon, but I got it as a gift, so I'm not going to waste. I did upgrade my scent to Strawberry Pound Cake. So when I walk by the men, I'll be smelling like a bakery. A bakery. Just desserts. How y'all doing? I'm on one today, ain't I? It's the ibuprofen. It's the ibuprofen. How are y'all, my loves? I gotta do my nose. I think I'm gonna do a hologram. We're gonna go hologram. Or I gotta start using my star patches. I ain't gonna do it now because I got a bit of makeup right here, but I'm gonna have to start using my star patches. Let me cover it up for a hater come in here and be like, look, she breaking out. Good. Because, they love when I have skin problems because I was born with naturally beautiful, gifted skin. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. What's up, Tracy? What's up, Simply Simone? What's up, Jessie Lee? Hey, Jet Lee. Hey, MC. What's up, Ornella? Ornella said, hey, Nikki, so glad. Oh, let me put it up here because I can do that with StreamYard. Hey, Nikki, so glad to hear you're enjoying Love Island. I love it. I just saved the UK version. So far, I don't know how many versions. If you're in the UK, I don't know how many episodes you have, but so far we only have 2 episodes over here in the US of season 7, I believe. I think that's the current season. I hope I'm right. But if that is the current season, I'm going to add Love Island UK to my Love Island USA live that I will be doing. So that should be fun. So glad you're loving Love Island, the US. Wait till we can get you to the UK soon, which is way better. It's the original after all, but Trina is giving them a run for their money. Trina, you messy. You messy. Oh, we're going to get into Trina. What I'm going to start doing, and let me know how y'all feel. Give me thumbs up if you guys who watch Love Island are okay with this. Because I was going to do my Love Island review on Fridays, but there's still an episode on Friday. So I was thinking do an episode of what happened the last 5 days prior. And because I have Paramount Plus, that bonus episode, do that on, it's Sunday. I can't do that on the Lord's Day, on Monday. And maybe Monday evening or like a little bit late on a Monday because I do the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I would have added it to my Real Housewives of Potomac review, but Love Island UK and Love Island USA, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I do it keep it on Friday? Should I do it on Monday? And if I do it on Monday, should I add it to Potomac or should I do it separate in the evening? Let your girl know. I know that's a lot, but let me know what works because I'm trying to figure it out for you guys. Like if I talk about this, I want you all to be able to be there. Gently get into Love Island. It's good. I tried to hate on it, but I'm sucked in. I'm sucked in. You know what sucked me in? Cinco. Cinco sucked me in. Let me tell you something. Y'all know, y'all dragged me for when I told y'all, who I think is the most beautiful man in the world. I'm not talking personality. I'm talking what I find attractive. Terrell Owens. I get it. I know. I know I'm not talking personality, but if you know what I like, right? You know the Cinco. That's it. That's it. I mean, I love cash, but you need to be doing more. If the man is telling you that he don't really know if you feeling him, you need to be doing more. Although I will say this, Cinco, you say that Cash is not, showing you that she's really into you until the lights go off, because you and Cash are always doing something at night. Y'all always rubbing and all kinds of kissing and sucking at night. So what is it, Cinco? But yeah, Cinco pulled me in. Cinco pulled. I said, what kind of man is? Oh my God, yeah. Yes, that's it. God broke the mold. Okay, Aubrey said, don't add to Potomac. Who is Chad? Not that How You Doing boy that just came. No, that's Isaiah. Is there a new guy? See, I haven't watched it since How You Doing Isaiah arrived. Some people said lockdown about to be over, and now you're finding new shows. Lockdown about to be over for who? We going back into it. Let me tell you something. Lambada, whatever that variant is called, is kicking LA's behind. The Delta, okay, Delta Sigma Theta, that variant was already doing us in. But this Lambada variant, we're going to be locked down again. I want off this planet. I feel like the aliens that we keep on seeing, that keep on, coming to stop by, I feel like they're here to pick me up. Because I've already told you this. I've never thought that I was from this planet. Something is different about me. Something is different. Hey, Alicia. Oh my God, I didn't do this. Hey, I want a two. I want 2, 3. Hey, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? What's up, Kayla? She said do a separate Love Island review. Okay, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Oh, Chelseco wanted me. We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? I see you, LS. What's up, Ashley? You don't like Cinco anymore? See, I need to catch up. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Come on. We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Hello there. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Lord, that one hurt. We got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in? Thank you, Ordered Steps. This has been a blessing. Come on. Hallelujah. How we doing? Oh, there's not? Okay, thank you, Irene. So that settles it. I'm going to do Love Island on Monday. I don't know which time I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. We're going to try the evening. I'll try the evening to see how that works for you guys. Maybe like early evening, 5, 4, 6. We'll see. I'll try it out. 7? Are you good with 7? I'll try it out. We'll see. We'll work around it. I want to make sure you guys can all join. I don't want it to be too early or too late for people. But All Stars, I am going to do it, but it's going to be edited because I'm doing it with my mom. I love her, but we can't do all them episodes live. Not my mama. We are still updating her language. No, girl. So those are going to be edited. Love you, Mama Star. But anyway, it's 10. We're 11 minutes in, later than I intended. But let's get into it. 7 would be great. Some people said 7. Let me know if you guys agree with sup people. Let me know. Let me know if you guys agree with sup people that 7 is a good time for Love Island. 7 p.m. Eastern PST. Let me know. That's a perfect day to do Love Island. A perfect day. Hey, B-Fly Nick. Yeah. Also, let me know No, 7 West Coast time, 7 p.m. PST. Let me know if that's a good time. Also, let me know, UK people, if Love Island season 7 is the current one, because it's on Hulu now and they have showed 2 episodes. So let me know if that's like current for you guys. If not, I don't know. I don't know. Tracy said, Nikki, don't do Mama Star like that. We love her on live. I love her too, but all those episodes on live, I don't know. I'll see. Thank you, Tracy. I will see. Hello there said UK here, but I don't watch Love Island. Thank you. Hello there. Thank you so much. Guys, we really do. We really do have a lot to talk about. We really, really do, because, well, not so much with BH, Beverly Hills. They right up there with 90 Day Fiance. They might be on the chopping block. I'm going to give 90 Day Fiance one more episode. This week's episode, that's all they got. That's all they got. If they're not giving it to me, I'm not going to get rid of 90 Day Fiance, but I'm done reviewing 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. I can't. It's just not good. Collectively, nobody is bringing it. I'm giving them Sunday, and that's it. That's it for me. That is it. It'll just be you, me, and my ex, because I really do love that show, and I need y'all to watch it. I need you guys to watch it. Oh, season 7. Okay. So season 7, I will do Love. Okay, so Mondays will be Real Housewives of Potomac and Love Island Mondays. That will be great. Yeah, Katie's Bachelorette is boring, Ashley, but the only reason why I'm sticking with it is because I wanted to get to know a lot of the players that are going to be on Paradise. Yeah. Oh, you all are like, we're done with 90 Day Fiance too. So it's just so boring. I'm American. Girl, who cares? Who cares? Who cares with that? Nobody cares. And Michael, who you used to hold citizenship over his head, he don't care about that either no more. He getting you right together, and you can't take. You can't take. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I did not have my notifications on, but I just got a Cash App from Coco Bean. Thank you. Coco Bean said, happy to make a live. Happy to have you here, Coco Bean. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you guys. Gotta wait for the notes to come. There they are. There they are. Let's start with, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because I didn't have a lot to talk about with that one. Then we're going to go into a review for the Real Housewives of New York and a chat about that. Then we're going to end with Encore and a chat about that. I'm also doing another reality TV chat tomorrow, just because I'm going to start reviewing not 90 Day, but Married at First Sight Houston. And because that show has had drama, we need to have a separate conversation about that. So look out for that live tomorrow at 12 p.m. PST. Anyway, let's get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What I love about Crystal, shout out to Crystal, Team Crystal. If you like the girl, even if you don't, go send her some love, because she's been dealing with a lot of racism, a lot of backlash, racist backlash from the show. And we knew this would happen, but she recently posted a message that she received, and it was just first of all, the person, you don't know how to write insults. I mean, you don't even know the English language, okay? Because you were struggling. But the only reason why I'm not reading it is because it was just so gross and offensive. I don't want to give that person any more airtime or, views or whatever, because that's what people want. They want attention. But she shared that on her Instagram, and it was really terrible. Like Crystal for, like her for being her, dislike her for being her. Remove her race and ethnicity from that. It's just anyway, Team Crystal, sorry about that, sis. You don't deserve that. You can be who you are, and people need to like it or dislike it, but be respectful unto you. But what I wanted to say about Crystal, Garcelle, and Ebony, what I like about them on this show is that these ladies refuse to be hazed. And that's why, in my opinion, I believe that they get a lot of pushback from the cast, from the shows that they are on, especially from the OGs. Because, you know, with every new girl, there is a hazing season that they have to go through. And all three of these ladies have refused to be hazed, and the OGs cannot take it. And I love that. I love that about Crystal. Nobody's going to haze her. Nobody's going to check her. You check Crystal, she's checking you back. You may not like her delivery. You may not like how she says or how she does things. But one thing I love and respect about her, and the same thing for Ebony and the same thing for Garcelle. They came on this show, their shows that they are on, and they said, we deserve to be here too. We're holding a diamond, a garlic knot, an apple, or whatever they hold. You know what I mean? Wait, RHONY is an apple. Beverly Hills is a diamond. Crystal, Garcelle, and Ebony. Yeah, so that, yeah, they hold a diamond or an apple. And they just like, yeah, we're main cast members too. You're going to treat us like we've been here for 10 seasons, period. And they are not backing down. I love that about them. I absolutely love that about them. I hope that the new girls that come on these shows adopt that. I think I'm going to start seeing that in Mia on the Real Housewives of Potomac, because I'm getting a feeling from her that you can't haze her either. And I want that. I want more of that, because I hate when these OGs try to haze the new girls on the show. We've seen it with Tinsley. They did her so dirty. And I'm just hoping that this is something that, you know, all the new girls who come on this show, these shows start to pick up on, and they do that as well, because I love to see it. I love to see it. They all were like, you know, Baby and Sutton, and y'all know Sutton is my girl, but mama, you want to hold your ground, especially if you're holding a diamond. You have to hold your ground with these ladies. You cannot keep on having these temper tantrums every time something does not go your way, or somebody says something about you that you do not like. You're an adult. You're a grown woman. You have to be able to have these conversations with these ladies. Now, it is very apparent that you can shade and read in your confessional. We need you to bring this to the scenes that you are in and hold your ground. The breaking down, even for people who like you on the show, is getting tired. I'm tired, right? So she's breaking down and everybody's comforting her, and everybody is telling Crystal to apologize or say this or do that. And Crystal's like, no. They're like, no, Crystal, but you said this and it. No. I love her. I love it. We had a little bump with that, a little bumpy moment with that Garcelle, with her, I feel, trying to over-explain Garcelle's situation to Kyle and remove her responsibility. After we've gotten over that, me and Crystal have been good. I love her on the show. Garcelle, I would have never agreed to film a scene with Kyle where you are looking up at her and she is looking down from her castle, gazing upon you. You know she set that up. I would never, ever agree to a scene like that with Kyle. Somebody who has had their eye on you from day one. Like, you and her ain't never been friends. So you agree to this scene. And like, Garcelle was a good sport about it. She chuckled, like she laughed it off. And I was just like, if I would have been you in that scene and I saw how it was going to be filmed, I would have looked right at that camera and said, hell no. This is not happening. Because you see, even though she was still recovering from COVID, she met with Erica on the same level. On the same level for their little hike. But when she films her scene with you, she's gazing down on you in the fields while she's gazing down, looking upon you from her plantation. I'm a mess. I don't know why I even said that, Nikki. But listen, optics are everything. Now I'm just imagining that. Terrible. But I'm saying, you and this girl got beef. I would never agree to that scene. I would be like, oh no, she wants to come downstairs or something. Or I'll talk to her out, in a car. She's over there in her yard and I'm in a car. But I'm not gazing up at my enemy. It's not happening. Anyway, speaking of Kyle, I'm not a fan of the clique, right? That doesn't mean that I don't like the ladies individually. I really do like all of these housewives. is there a housewife that I don't like? Oh, what's her name? That nut job, Kelly. Nah, she used to be my girl, but Kelly has went off the deep end. That's the only one I don't like. I feel like I like all of them. I can't say anything about the Dallas ladies because I don't watch that show, but I don't know enough about her not to like her, but I'm glad she's off the show because of the clips that I saw of her harassing the Mexican lady who's on the show, like how she will always refer to her as the Mexican. I was like, how does she keep on saying on this show for seasons? Because they have so many clips of this lady saying, well, you guys are all defending the Mexican. Oh, you want to give me your Mexican attitude? And she kept on coming back. Bravo. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I do like all of them, to be quite honest with you. And I do think they all add something to the show. But I don't like the click, though. I don't like when the ladies click up. I hate it. But I will say this about Kyle. Kyle will never let us forget that she was a child star. The fact that she was able to link her having COVID to her starring in Little House on the Prairie 70 years ago when she had the hay fever. Girl. Yes, Kyle, let them know your resume. Anytime y'all get tired, Kyle brings that resume back out and she's like, oh, don't forget, Little House on the Prairie. Don't you ever forget. Let them know, Kyle. Let them know about your resume, sis. Don't ever let them forget. Then in this episode, all of the stuff about Erica breaks out. And, the article saying that her marriage was a sham, the divorce was a sham, and that she's divorcing Tom to hide assets. I will say this. When Garcelle said, because it gave me some clarity of the situation, right? When Garcelle said, that one, she did not believe that Erica knew because one thing that she knows is that a man, a husband, can have a lot of secrets and the wife will never know. And she was saying that about herself because that funny looking husband that she was married to cheated on her with multiple women. I can't believe let me tell you something. One thing, men, no matter what they are, short, tall, broke, handsome, ugly, no matter what, one thing a man will always have is the audacity. Look up that funny looking husband. He cheated on Garcelle. The audacity. Anyway, that did give me some kind of clarity, right? But the thing about this, Erica, it's the way you're moving that is a little weird to me. I will say this. I do feel like if Erica wasn't the ice queen, she would probably have a bit more support than she has now. That to me is just the God's honest truth. I think because she has this ice queen persona, I think, she's getting very little support, like very, like the fan base has, changed on this girl. So this woman. So I do, I can give her that and say, if you were, like a sweet old Southern housewife and just, oh my God, I love my husband. I can't believe he did this to me. I think she would have, I think she would have a bit more sympathy, but I think it's because she's the ice queen and she doesn't have any emotions and nothing phases her. She's so strong. Because of that, I think that's why you have minimal support. I feel like if you just had a different personality, you would have more support. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. However, Erica, here is where it gets sketchy for me. And this is really hard for me to say because y'all know I love me some Erica Jane. But I just have to be honest, right? Because you openly admitted to the fact that you married Tom to have a better life, right? Like you're very open and honest about that. This was this was an arrangement. This was an older man who had money. I was a younger girl. I was a young woman who needed money. And this was a good situation for me. And I grew to fall in love with him because of the life that he gave me and my son, period. Your words, right? So you say that. Then you say that Tom is starting to deteriorate, right? His mind is not the same. His eyes are not the same. basically that he is dying. She's saying that he's melting, he's deteriorating, the man is dying, right? Probably doesn't have a decade left in him, right? So you're saying this, and then I'm thinking, if you marry this man for money and he's about to die, or you're seeing him dying, wouldn't you stick around? If the man got all this money that you married him for and he's about to die, no shade, but isn't this a trophy wife's dream? Like, he's about to die, you're about to inherit all of his money. You can live the life you've always wanted to live without being attached to him or being under his control with the money, because you're about to get all the money. Why would you divorce him? That's one thing. Then you're also saying that you love him and you left because he was being so cold to you, and no shade, but the examples that you are giving are not enough, right? It's just not making sense, because you're saying, well, he was cold to me. I left him. He never called me. He's not a really nice guy to me. He's not being very kind to me. But the whole season before and the seasons before, he was so loving and caring. He gave you and your son a life that you could never imagine. He was so great and he was amazing. But then all of a sudden this season, he's a terrible guy, right? Even if that, you're crying and saying that you love this man so much, but you're also saying that he's melting, he's dying, he's deteriorating, he's not himself, he needs help. If you love him so much, then why are you leaving him in this state? It's just not, your reasonings don't make sense, because they change every episode. Every episode you find another reason. And I feel like if the reason is not strong enough, you're going to come with something else. But this isn't making sense. If you married the man for money and the man is about to die, wouldn't you want? That's the best situation. Real talk. That's the best situation. That's why these young girls be marrying these 92-year-old men, because they know he got from 1 to 3 years left. So that's the best situation. You know, when this dude is going to die, you're going to get all of it. The only thing that makes sense is, if this man who has all this money is sick and deteriorating, his mind is going, you love him, but you can't say in the situation, because she's basically trying to say that this man has Alzheimer's, right? Or he has, or he's showing signs of Alzheimer's. If this is somebody that you love, why would you leave them in this state? If you married him for money and he is deteriorating, why would you leave knowing you're going to get, if he's not dying right away, you're going to get full control because he's not going to be mentally competent. Why are you leaving? The only thing that makes sense is that you're leaving because you know the money is gone. You're only leaving because you know ass is about to hit the fan. And then as soon as you leave, as soon as you file for divorce, the day after, all of this stuff comes out about his scams, his embezzling, the fact that he doesn't have any money. It's like, girl, I just don't believe that you didn't know that he had a whole deposition with the people that he robbed. Like, you his wife, and you ain't know he had that? He's that secretive. It's not making sense, sis. And I like you, but I can't sit up here and lie. It's just any way you slice it, it's not making sense. Your story changes every episode. The math ain't mathing, girl. It ain't mathing. If he's dying, wouldn't you it ain't mathing. It ain't mathing. It's not, it's just not mathing. And I feel bad because you're my girl, but that's the truth. That's all I had to say. What do you guys have to say about this episode? I'm going to put my timer on. We're going to talk for 10 minutes, and then we're going to move on to RHONY. Let's get into it. I'm going to scroll up. So some of this stuff you guys have already moved on from, but if it's something that I want to address, I'll address it. Oh, that's good, LS. Replace 90 Day Fiance with hot topics and a key session. Oh, that would be fun. That sounds like a good idea. Listen to Tony, please hit that like button. Jimmy, she posted it on her Instagram. It's the latest post on her Instagram. Hey Ryan, how you doing, my love? Yes, people, LA did reinstate the mask mandate just because we're getting killed out here. It's a mess. It's a mess. Carlos King put his foot in reality TV. Absolutely, Tracy. Absolutely, Tracy. He knows exactly what he's doing. Jonas said, Cal gave me the master's wife. I told you, that's what it looked like. Cal gave me the master's wife, and Garcelle was asking to go to the store to buy a bar slope back in Slavery, USA. Thank you, Cal. Optics. Morgan, do you really think that they're going to be friends? I honestly feel like Garcelle, like Kyle is just fake. Kyle is just fake. And I'm not saying she's fake in real life, but on this show, Kyle wants you to think that everything is perfect, that she's cool with everybody. Like Kyle wants to be Cynthia, but she can't be Cynthia because she's messy. Kyle talks about everybody off camera. And then she does her little shady confessionals and be like, oh no, I was just joking. We're friends. See, Kyle is messy. So I think that Garcelle she's bothered by that because she knows that Kyle is a totally different person off of camera. And you're never going to see that because Kyle is very calculated. So I don't know. What's up, Babita? How you doing? How are you doing? Yes, follow me on all socials. Follow me on all socials. Babita, I think you're speaking about Erica, said maybe she didn't know, but she must have known of the lawsuits for a while. Why is she flaunting her wealth? I will say, Erica, that's another issue that a lot of people are having. I think at this point, you got to drop the Ice Queen persona because what your husband did, right, is just awful. It's awful things. And you still posting about your lavish life and blaming people who have issues with the fact that you are living a lavish life off of the monies that were stolen from people who had suffered a great loss or some kind of physical harm. It's not smart, in my opinion, to take offense to that and be defensive. If anything, this is your time to be very remorseful and humbled. You are posting some stuff that it just looks inappropriate. It is very inappropriate considering what's going on with you right now. I just don't think that you have the right to be on the defense in this moment. Everybody is talking about the eyeliner. Even Camille. Messy Camille Grammer. Look, can I find that tweet? Not Camille Grammer, Camille Meyer. Let me find that tweet. Let me find Camille. I want her back on that show. I want her back on that show. I like Camille. I like Camille. What was the tweet exactly? What was her exact? What was her? I hope you didn't. She said, oh my God, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, her first tweet was, oh my God, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is so messy to retweet right now. So much to unravel. And then her second tweet was, we filmed in the Bahamas in season 9 and we were all swimming in the water. I don't remember seeing Erica Jane's mascara run after swimming underwater. Just saying. I need her back. I need her back, Andy. Andrew Cohen. I need her back. I need her back because let me tell you something. If Camille was on this season, she would have been calling everything out. she would have been calling everything out, because Camille is another Crystal. Camille is another Garcelle. You're not going to shake her. You're not going to shake her. All of them could rally up against Camille and she will still stand her ground and be like, I said what I said. I miss her. I miss her. Tracy, are you saying that you and the moderators are such a great team? If you are saying that, then you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I have a great team of moderators. LS said the entire show seems like a PR cleanup for Erica. I agree. I think it's because the clique is favored by the production. And I ain't even going to say Andy. I'm just going to say Bravo at this point. If your production teams are like favoring cast members and giving favorable edits and, you know, throwing people under the bus that they don't like, then you need to remove them from the show. You need to hire a new production team, because the production team is supposed to be neutral. The production team is supposed to give the audience the best show, not the cast members their best show. This show is for us, not them. This show is for us, the viewers who are tuning in. You have to give us something entertaining concerning these ladies' lives. You are not going to give us the edit that the Queen of Beverly Hills wants. No, you have to be neutral. And if they cannot be neutral, then the production team has to leave. I feel the same way about Atlanta. Hold on, who is this one? Hold on, moderators, let me know if I'm missing a super chat. I'm about to get to Johnny's, and then I have one more that I see. Hey, Johnny. Johnny's acting challenge said, hey, Nikki, look, I still like Erica, but I recently keep thinking about that time she went up on Eileen. And now I'm thinking, was that the real Erica? I don't think that's the real Erica. Thank you so much for the super chat, Johnny. But again, I don't know her. I'm thinking that's just Erica in distress. That's just Erica in distress. Manti said it was funny when Sutton declined Lisa's offer for a play date with their daughters in a confessional. Lisa should have known better. Like, Lisa, you talk about how your daughters are so grown, they don't listen to you, they cuss you and Harry out. Sutton has sat there and told you that she raised her kids, you know, that she's strict and they have manners and all of this. And then you say all of this stuff about your kids, and then you say, oh, her and Amelia should have a play date. Girl, what? After everything you done said about Amelia? Hell no. Hell no. What mother is going to say, yes, I want your daughter, who you talk about got a lot of problems, to link up with my kid? Your daughter that's dating a damn near 40-year-old man, I want her to link up with my teenager. Listen, Brenda, you can't get mad at something for that. I don't think any mother would link their kid up with a kid that's dating somebody 40. No shade, but you can't get mad at something for that. Helena, hey sis, said Garcelle remains my fave. She is fabulous and shady and yet relatable. Perfect housewife material, in my opinion. Helena, I absolutely agree. Hello there, said Camille will always be prepared to shade them on Twitter. Oh, she is definitely Miss Twitter Fingers. She is definitely Miss Twitter Fingers, and I love her for it. Me too, Helena. Hey, Helena, you on fire today. Helena said Camille is messy. I prefer her to Brandy any day. Absolutely agree. She brings the mess in a much classier way. Yes. And she stands her ground. Camille don't falter from that. And wasn't Camille the one that brought that psychic? Oh gosh, bravo. Can we bring the psychic, Camille's friend, the psychic back? Let's bring back Camille and let's bring back the psychic friend. That was the only time anybody on this show has ever, had Kyle rattled. Kyle was rattled that episode, baby. She was like, oh, hell no. They were literally about to jump that psychic. Ah, man, Housewives back in the day was something else. Little Miss Thomas 86 said, this is reminiscent of Taylor Armstrong, but Taylor truly didn't know that what Russell was up to. Absolutely. And also let's add in that Russell committed suicide. And then all of this stuff more stuff started coming out about him after he took his own life. and therefore rendered his insurance policy invalid. So his insurance and his life insurance policy, Taylor or their child could not reap that because of how he ended his life. Taylor went through a lot. I hope she's doing well, and I would love to have her back as well. I love Taylor from Oklahoma. Who, I don't know who she said it to, but she was arguing with somebody, and she was like, "I'm gonna take you out back and go Oklahoma on your behind." I don't know who she was talking to, but that person was like, "Oh my God," and they were all like, "Taylor, no!" Real Housewives of Beverly Hills back in the day was that girl. They are a shell of themselves today. Hey, Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Alex said, Erica needs to stop trying to make us sympathetic and put on her big girl pants, like what Kathy said. The high-waisted ones, like Kathy said. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Simply Simone, what's up, sis? Simply Simone said, different franchise. Word on the street is the Real Housewives of Atlanta is struggling with casting and is behind on schedule on filming. Allegedly, Portia doesn't want to come back because of her engagement and Drew is out. I don't believe that. And not because I know, I told you my insider, they don't work for them no more. My insider was just like, girl, I'm done with them. But I don't believe that. I don't think that Portia or Simon would miss an opportunity to come back on this show. I do not believe that Drew is going to be dropped down to the friend of the show because I think her and her family did well with the network. What I do think they're having a problem with is finding people who will complement the rest of the cast. And I don't think that is just Atlanta. I think every Real Housewives show is struggling with the cast because they have to make a huge decision. Whichever way they go is going to be risky. They either have to bring back all of the OGs or they have to fire everybody and recast with younger, wealthier, spicier, more diverse housewives. So at this point, we have to have, bisexual, pansexual, lesbian. We have to have housewives within the LGBTQ spectrum who are not going to be exploited, right? We have to have housewives on the show who are wealthy and really have money. We have to have that. And it can't just be one, and that one cannot be friend of the show. What's up, Kathy Hilton? We also have to have diverse housewives racially, culturally. Like they have to, the show is just struggling as it is now because these housewife shows are really behind the times. Like, the pandemic, everything that we have endured as a nation, as a world, has pushed us so far ahead into the future. And I think a lot of networks are struggling, scrambling to give the content that fits with where everybody is at now. So I think that that's something that's happening with all of the shows, but I don't believe that Atlanta or New York is going through all the drama that's being reported. I think what's happening is, and this is what happens, guys, when contracts go out and people start negotiating, their camps start leaking stuff to get the fans in a tizzy to kind of force the network's hand to give them what they want. So now we're hearing that Portia is not going to come back. So, the fans are like, oh my gosh, we need Portia. We need to see her and Simon. And, the networks see all of this stuff because they have somebody studying all the analytics for their shows. So that's what I think is going on. I think a lot of these ladies are negotiating. I think Ramona is negotiating. I think Portia is negotiating. And I think the fan base falls for it every time. Every time. Sage, hold on. Sage said, Nikki, if you check your DMs, I gave you the answer to why she is divorcing him. Who? Erica or Tom? Erica or who else? Who else is divorcing who? While I get that... let me get Johnny's Acting Channel super sticker. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Little Miss Thomas said that's what's happening on Teen Mom. The producers let the girls run everything and now they're being fired. That's what needs to happen. Listen, this is still a show for entertainment. You work for the network and the network works for us. right? The networks works for the companies that put the commercials, within the shows, but that they're dependent on our viewership. So when you start favoring the cast over the money, it becomes a problem. Ryan said, I'm getting tired of Erica calling her downsized 3,000 square foot home small. She makes it seem like she's living in a studio apartment. Well, you also have to realize, Ryan, she lived in like an estate. So for her, that's small. Hey, Anika. Anika said, I don't watch any of these shows. I'm just glad to see you live. Thank you so much, Anika. Keep up the amazing work, Nick Nack. Love you from Delaware. Thank you, Anika. Thank you so much. Helena said, that psychic was savage. That was such a good episode. That was such a good episode. Jonas said, who has noticed that Dorit is being phased out? Sis is getting chopped left and right. Again, was she on this episode at all? I don't remember. Yeah, we didn't get any Dorit. Not even her at the party. Sis is getting chopped left and right. When Kathy, friend of the show, was getting more camera time, the Louis Vuitton ain't cutting it anymore. Yeah, if anything changes with this cast, I think they're definitely going to drop Dorit down to friend of the show because she's a friend of the show right now. And she's holding a diamond. All right, let me get Tony, and then I'm going to get two more, and then we're going to move on to RHONY. Tony said, I agree, but I feel like the viewers get sensitive and everyone walks on shells. So it will have to be dealt with carefully, and they have to learn Housewives is nonsense, not educational. Tony, I don't know what this is about. Is this something I said? Or are you responding to somebody else? Either way, I love you and I agree. Helena said, I say fire everybody from OC. I'm okay-ish with the other franchise while I don't watch Dallas. I like Heather coming back. And Tamra, word on the street is she may be coming back. I think Tamra is great without her son. Until we find out if he was at where he was at on January 6th, 2021, I don't want to see him. That boy he got some problems. Her younger son is fine. Lee, stop. And also, Tamara, you cannot talk about that daughter. She does not want you talking about her or her father on the show. Please respect that. If you are going to come back, I need you and Heather to run it. Y'all know I love me some Vicky, but Vicky and that cop who was trying to be governor, girl, you can't come back like that. The world has changed. Use wisdom, and your son don't want you with him. Vicky's son is something else. Have y'all been to his Instagram? That son is something else. Alex said, I heard that Portia and Simon are over. She is no longer following him on Instagram or something like that. I don't believe it. Portia and I walking away from oil bearer money. To be honest, who would? Oh, okay. Thank you, Tony. Tony said, sorry, I was talking about Housewives in reference to what you said about casting. Thank you so much. And again, I do agree. Missy B2 said, I don't know Dorit, but I didn't believe her when she was talking about her kids wanted to be with her. And I didn't care. Oh, yeah, she was on this. Was she on this episode? Oh, Dorit, I don't remember. And that's a problem. Anyway, thank y'all, fam. We're going to do JB. And we're going to go to Sup People for the super chat. And then I'm going to go to RHONY. JB says, Dallas is really good, just bad promotion. Really, I tried to watch it, JB. I couldn't get into it. Thank you so much, Sup People, for the super chat. Sup People said, get rid of the OC and do New Orleans. It would work. I totally agree. But guys, I can't believe y'all. Now that Heather is back, I'm interested in the OC. Heather, Shannon, and Tamra, come on, y'all. They're going to give us a good season. Bravo. If you're watching, let's be real, you are. Sis, where the hell is Megan? I'm sorry. Detective Megan King Edmonds. Y'all got to bring her back. She is good for this show. Let's move on to the Real Housewives of New York. Oh, wait a minute. Kimberly, I did get it. Kimberly, I'm going to read what you sent me. I hope that's okay. Kimberly said, hey, Nikki, the reason why she is divorcing him and not staying if he is dying is that if they divorce, she gets her money and it can't be touched by the victims. Whereas if they are or stay married, then her assets and his assets are up for grab. Sham of a marriage, but Erica is denying that. even after his death. Once he dies, the victims can still sue his estate, and she would be responsible for paying the restitution. So divorcing him secures her money and assets, and it can't be taken into account. Also, it relinquishes her from any responsibility to pay those victims. She thought, because I think about 2 weeks ago, one of the judges over one of her many cases concerning Tom's case said that the victims can sue Erica for restitution because Tom funneled $20 million into Erica's entertainment career. So that money gone. That money is gone. Erica, you got to marry rich again. You got to marry rich again. You'll be good for it. You'll be good for it. Yeah, I'm happy that Heather is back. I like her. Let's get into the Real Housewives of New York. I get that we're a bit tired of hearing Ebony talk about what we just lived through, right? But I think we have to give some compassion to Ebony, because especially Black people, right? Myself included, because I didn't realize this until I was watching this episode that, not that I didn't realize, I just forgot. But they're living through what we all live through. It's just being, their past is being played out on TV now. So we can't get upset with Ebony for having these conversations, because we were all having, at least, a lot of us were having these conversations with our family, with our friends, with our coworkers, with our partners, on the internet, on all forms of social media, in people's YouTube comment sections. Like, we were having these conversations because we were living through it. So if you think of it that way, Ebony won't bother you so much, because that's just where we were all at that time. So I think we have to give her grace in that aspect. But it seems like, especially this episode, the ladies, I feel like she's heard enough, especially that moment when she sat down with Brashawn, and Brashawn was just like, you can't, every time you hang out with them, give these ladies Malcolm X. They are ignorant. You can't give it. This is what Brashawn is saying. I don't agree, but that the ladies are ignorant. I think they absolutely know what they're doing and what's happening. We'll get into that. But Brashawn was just like, sister to sister. They not here for that. We're not here for that. But Ebony was just like, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what this is what's happening with me. And I think it's really unfair to ask her to not live out her life on camera like everybody else is, because it makes some cast members uncomfortable. Listen, if you're uncomfortable about hearing about the Black experience, what the hell you think I go through? Girl, child, my happiness is like a protest. I'm like, okay, girl. Anyway, myself included, I just feel like we all have to give Ebony a bit more grace, because for me personally, I was there where she was at, right? I was having these conversations. So, I'll give you that, sis. I will give you that. And I am getting really annoyed with the ladies purposefully, because they know what they're doing. Everybody except Leah and Sonia purposefully like misinterpreting what Ebony is saying. Like, you want to, this is what I get from the Real Housewives of New York. And all of the housewives, to be quite honest with you, right? All of these ladies want everybody to believe that they are ignorant and they don't know. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. What I say is, you are willfully ignorant. These ladies want to, especially for New York, they want to, be invited to World Pride and be on the Pride float, right? But they don't want you to talk about trans women being murdered in the streets, right? It's like, no, I want to be on the float. I don't want to talk about, the fact that I am voting for laws and voting and supporting politicians who are creating laws that will continue to harm this community. I just want to be on the float and have fun. I don't care that, they're sterilizing lesbians. Like, that's not, I don't want to be a part of that. Can I just be on the float and have a good time at Pride? Can I just wear a rainbow shirt and have a good time? Like, can I just put up a black square and not talk about Black Lives Matter? Like, this is me having, I'm putting up a square. Everybody is putting up a black square. That's enough. Like, I don't want to talk about the fact that I'm going to continue to support laws and politicians that will continue to create laws that will harm and oppress this community. Why? Because they benefit from the oppression of those communities. So this is why I don't give them this, oh my God, they're so ignorant. They have no idea. Ramona know exactly what she was saying when somebody told her that, she needs to be more sympathetic to Black Lives Matter. Her response was, well, all lives matter. She knows what she's doing. She does not care. And that for me is a frustration that I get with Ebony. I'm like, how many times do you have to have these conversations with these ladies before realizing that they know they do not care? I'm telling you, the 1% knows. They're able to stay in power with you, working class and poors, believing that they just don't know. They have no idea. Let me tell you something. Sorry, Ben Affleck, to keep on bringing you up as an example. When Ben Affleck was on Henry Louis Gates' show, Finding Your Roots, he was called out because in an episode that he made sure PBS polls, he found out that that his family had owned enslaved human beings, my people, right? He had that episode pulled for two reasons. I would give him that. One, because he felt bad. He didn't know, right? Two, because you can sue. You can sue the lineage as a Black person and as a Native American. You can sue the lineage that enslaved your people or I apologize. I'm trying to find a different word, but eliminated a lot of your people. You can sue them. I told you about Benedict Cumberbatch. His mom said, no, if you want to become a movie star, you got to change that last name because we got here. We got this wealth from enslaving human beings. I think Benedict Cumberbatch, he had like sugarcane plantations. That's where his family got all their money. And the mom was like, oh, I don't want nobody to know that's your last name and sue you and take all your Marvel money and sugarcane plantation money. They know. They do not care, right? This is about power, people. So you have to I'm not saying that I don't want, the poor working class people and middle class too, to not be sympathetic, but you gotta stop letting the 1% and wealthy people gaslight you. Like, they know what's up. They don't care and they benefit from you not knowing that they know. So it's very apparent to me that these ladies know what they're doing. They know what's being said. They get the conversation. They don't want to have the conversation, and they don't want to have the conversation on camera, because once you have the conversation, once you give out that knowledge, now they know. So they can't play ignorant anymore because it's on camera, where we watched this whole episode and you sat down and Ebony said these things and you said, oh my gosh, I didn't know. Now I know. Thank you for teaching me. So when you go back and you do something, or you support something, or you say something that is just way behind time, people are going to bring up the fact that you said you got it. So you know what you're doing. You just don't care. So I can't baby these ladies to be like, oh my goodness, these freaking Jim Crow babies don't know what racism is. They know it better than you, Ebony. They know it better than you. So that's my only one of my issues. Do I have another issue? That's just one of my issues that I have with Ebony. It's just like, girl, you worked at Fox News. You don't know this? You don't know. And what the hell are you doing being a Black woman working at that hate network? Child, you got a lot of work to do too. Okay, somebody need to be schooling you as well. Let's move on. Child. I hate when I go, not hate, but you know. Warrior Nikki always comes out when we talk about the upper class, because I just want to let y'all know. They know, baby. They don't care. Oh, before I go on, Lana, thank you, Lana. I got a super chat. Lana said, I missed the last few lives and had to make up for the lost time. Love you. Love you too, Lana. Thank you so much. And thank you, Faith. Faith City said hello from Ohio. What's up, sis? Thank you for joining us. Because if we really, this is the last thing I want to say, if we really can wake up and realize that it's more class than race and sex. Guys, if we really want to do some damage, anyway, let me stop for YouTube, take this video down. So I wasn't ready for Leah to make, although those issues do matter, and I am going to give you that, but I'm just trying to rile up the working class. We got the power. I wasn't ready for Leah to make this moment that was about Ebony, about her, because when they were all at dinner and Leah started to cry, I thought Leah was crying about her grandmother, and then Leah. First of all, I thought Leah was joking because she wasn't like, she couldn't cry because of, the bow tie. It is what it is. I ain't judging, but I was just like, is Leah playing? But she was really serious, and she started crying because she knew that Ebony's grandmother had passed away. I will say, although these ladies are not friends, because if you listen to Radar Online, they all hate each other. I love this moment. I loved how they all came together for Ebony in that moment, even though they thought it was about Leah. And then Ramona was just like, well, her grandmother passed. Why are you crying? Say what you want. Ugh, I'm not a fan of hers, but the show needs her. Anyway, so the ladies all come together and really comfort Ebony in this moment. And I thought that was very sweet. I really, really did. I loved how they embraced her. And we needed that. We needed this really sweet, kind, come together moment, because for the rest of the episode, it was going to be a Bershawn and Sonia war. And I hate that, because I feel like Bershawn and Sonia are cut from the same cloth. I feel like they have the same kind of joyous spirit. So it threw me off that those two were like going at it for the remainder of the episode when they're so much alike. Keep in mind, they both had, a lot of alcohol, so that absolutely contributed to the beef. But I was just bothered by that. I'm like, you two are like such joyous people. I can't believe out of everybody here, y'all two are beefing. The most happiest people on the show are the most joyous people on the show. Like, I really couldn't. That bothered me. And listen. Was Bershawn wrong for saying that all the ladies were boring? Yes. Was she right? Yes. Like, I felt like it was rude for her to say it, and everybody got really offended, especially Luann. She did not like to be called grandma. It was rude, but it was the truth. The ladies, you guys have been boring. You guys have been boring. I feel like I myself have been giving you guys a break because we're watching your COVID season. And I think everybody needs to realize that this is also their COVID season. So I think you need to give anybody who's filming through COVID a break. Although we have seen from other reality TV shows that you can give a good reality TV show during a pandemic. Hello, Love at the Lockup. But still, be easy on them. But Bershawn was rude. Were the ladies doing the most with that comment? Yes. I think that they can't really take Bershawn. So I think a lot of the ladies were using her, calling them old or grandma, as a way to get at her, because they did not like the fact that Ramona brought her. And they did not like the fact that Bershawn at the time had Ramona loyalty. So I think that kind of got blown out of proportion because of the underlining things that were already happening with in the group. Having said that, right, Bershawn was right. I just don't feel like the ladies are giving it. And I said it, I think on the Queens of Bravo, I wrote on their Instagram post, because like people are trying to blame Ebony. And I'm just like, you have to realize, one, this is their COVID season. Two, none of these ladies are friends. Let's be real. Even the ladies who were friends back in the day, who were still on the show, they are not friends today. They are co-workers. If you go back to last season, Sonia was saying, oh, I haven't seen the ladies for 6 months. So they film the show and then they don't hang out ever again. Check their Instagrams. They do not hang out unless it's a Bravo thing, unless it's work. These ladies are no longer friends, so there's no kind of connection. So this group is not working out because they're not friends. They don't have a relationship. So they come together after not talking to each other for 6 months or not being a part of each other's lives for 6 months. They come together and film the show and think they're going to make magic. It's not going to happen if you guys really are not friends, because we're filming a show about women who are friends in the city. If that's not who y'all are, then this just is not going to work out. Bershawn was right. And if we're going to stay on her, let's just be very clear. Y'all know I love when these ladies show up to work. And although Bershawn was wrong, I did not like the fact that she called Bershawn. It was rude. It was correct, Bershawn, but it was rude. I got to give it to her. At least she showed up to work. Bershawn has showed up to work since she got on this freaking show, and she has done more than all of them in 2 episodes. Then the next episode, her and Sonia are going to get into it. For real, like physically. So Bershawn is showing up to work and she is doing what needs to be done. I ain't got no beef with her. I'm glad that she is showing up to work, even though she's a part-time player. She's giving full-time cast member performance. I'm glad she's on this show because at least somebody is going to work. Before I finish out with Bershawn and Sonia's fight, Ramona got a problem. Ramona has a serious defecation problem because if you've noticed, every season, Ramona defecates everywhere but a toilet. You got a problem. I'm not trying to say that somebody needs a diaper, but Sonia recommended it. She was just like, if you need a diaper, wear it. I don't have a problem wearing the diaper. Oh, child, when she wore that diaper with them skinny jeans, I love Sonia. I don't want her to leave this show. But Ramona, I can't believe you, of all people, are the one that defecates everywhere but a toilet. Like, you're always defecating on the floor. And it's always being filmed. Fix that. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and fix that. Fix your behind and stay out of everybody else's business. Let's get back into Bershawn and Sonia fight. So, Bershawn, listen. You are new to this group and you were brought in by somebody who was not well liked or well received. So calling them boring and then calling somebody who they consider, a part of this, sisterhood, a clown to her face. Oh, baby, it's going to be a bumpy ride for you. Because when she called Sonia a clown, Sonia was like, clown? I am not a clown. And Sonia, we got to, I know you were a bit intoxicated and I know you're listening and learning, but sis, you got to stop that drinking. Here's why. Bravo is going to keep Black people on this show. And if you get into it with another Black person, you're going to have to not only watch your tone, but watch the voices that you do when you're arguing with them. Because Sonia, you gave us a little bit of a different voice when you was arguing with Bershawn. A clown? Who you calling that? I said, "Oh, is this Sonia's Black voice? What is going on?" Who you call? I'm not a clown, ma'am. You got to stop that drinking, sis. You got to stop that drinking. Before I go on, I got a super chat from Carmen. Carmen Sandy said, what Bershawn said wasn't that bad. It was rude though. You gotta be real, Carmen. It's like they took all that energy that they've really been feeling for Ebony. That is a good point, Carmen, and took it out on Bershawn. I will give you that. That is really good. I thought it was more because of Ramona, but I'm seeing what you're saying. And I agree. So after Sonya was doing her Brashawn voice, whoo, girl, I was like, Sonya, what is this? Man, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Brashawn continued to put her foot in her mouth. Then she starts talking about how somebody's talking about Leah, and the person that told her this stuff about Leah ended up being Ramona. And then Ramona, she was just like, I can't. Well, she didn't say this, but let's be real. The black I brought is acting up because she was just so shocked that not only was Brashawn acting like this, but she was also, exposing her, talking about Leah to her. But I will say this, Brashawn. When we saw the flashback to the moment where you sat down with Ramona and was talking about Leah, Ramona didn't say anything negative about Leah. You were making it seem really, really bad. Maybe she did in the rest of the scene, but what we saw it wasn't what you were making it out. Now Sonya is regretting bringing the well-behaved black who she thought would act right, or the way, not right, but the way that she wanted her to act, is now acting out of her, of what she expected of her. So now Sonya is embarrassed by her. Now all the ladies are piling on Brashawn, but then like her and Sonya, they start hugging and everything seems cool, right? But then they get into it again. Brashawn and Sonya got into 3 different arguments at 3 different locations. And also, what in the health code violation was going on with Ramona? That restaurant, that waitress, I know you were on the show and you were trying to act like it was cool that Ramona with her brunch boots was dancing on the table, but that's a huge health code violation. So you may be responsible for that restaurant getting a B and not an A if it already had one. Because I was like, oh, that's nasty. Not only is she standing on your table with brunch boots, she's standing on your table with New York brunch boots. You walking in all kinds of stuff in New York City. Anyway, shout out to New York City. I hope everything is, gets fixed there. Gosh, Lord, we are going through it. But anyway, Sonya and Brashawn keep on getting into it and they keep on making up. And then finally, they have their last makeup and then they have a whole breakup in there. There's a whole to be continued because next week they're going to be getting into it. And I feel kind of bad for Brashawn because now that Carmen said that, I'm starting to think that, she is getting what the ladies want to give Ebony. I am starting to see that now. I am starting to see that. Sonya drinking a whole glass of wine through her sequins mask and not even spilling a drop of wine. This is why she needs to stay on the show. Leah, I can't believe you're being offended by being called hoes by a drunk Brashawn. I'm not saying she was pissy drunk like Sonya, but it was obvious that Brashawn was slurring her words. So she wasn't, in her right mind either. Was she as going as Sonya? No, but you got to give her that. You've done worse when you've been intoxicated, and you have also called people hoes when you were sober. So I think you just don't like Brashawn because Ebony doesn't like Brashawn, and you were starting to take offense to the things that she was saying a bit more than you would had Ebony not had a problem with her as well. Because you being, oh my goodness, we're not hoes. How can you call us hoes? Didn't you just call them ladies hoes like 3 episodes ago? And you were sober. So stop it. Stop it. Closing out. I can't believe that Ebony is not standing by her sister. Because you looked Brashawn dead in her eyes and said, oh no, girl, you on your own. Wait a minute. Time out. Flag on the play. Ebony. So you mean to tell me that you're siding with these ladies who you just said are aligned with white supremacy against another black woman? You got to practice what you preach, mama, because I'm confused. I can't believe you did Bershawn like that in front of them ladies. Not only did you look at her and tell her she's on her own, when she was trying to look to you for some kind of help, because she kept on putting her foot in her mouth, she looking to you for help. You said, "Oh no, you're on your own." And then you and the daughters of the Confederate, y'all start walking down the street dragging this sister for filth. I'm confused, Ebony. I'm so confused. That's all I wanted to say. What do you guys think about this episode? Let's talk about it for 10 minutes and let's get into it. I'm going to go up a bit. Y'all know how it is. Oh, this is a good comment. Helena said, the way I feel about Vicky is how a lot of Real Housewives of Atlanta feels about Nene. LOL. I love Nene, even with all her antics and how over the top she is, but I can't see past Vicky's faults. It's too much for me. Understandable. I get that. Oh, Helena also said, I love Ebony, especially as a person, love her on her podcast. I got to listen to her podcast and on social media. She's cool AF on LGBTQ IA plus topics, but not sure if she's a fit. I've always said that. I like Ebony. I don't think she's a fit for this show. I think Ebony is better suited for something like The View. I think she's great at commentating. I don't think that she is good for being part of such a gutter show. She does not have it in her. She's too highbrow for lowbrow shows, but not sure if she's a fit. I hope fans give her another chance for a second season, though. Me too. Even though I don't think she's a good fit, I would love to see what else she can bring now that she's watched herself on this show. So I agree with you there. Hey, Momi said the issue is that the ladies don't want to hear it. They don't care about what Ebony is talking about. She's throwing words at a bunch of walls. I agree. Little Miss Thomas 86 said Bershawn was on another Bravo show long ago, and she was nothing like how she acts on RHONY. Are you sure, or are you talking about the OWN show that she was on? Because she was on a OWN reality TV show, and the only reason why I know about that is because she talked about it when she was on Wendy Williams, and she said that the show got canceled because Oprah would not allow for them to be messy. She said Oprah did not play that. They could not do all that cussing and fighting and throwing drinks and telling people's business. Oprah was not about that. She wanted a positive show about a positive reality TV show about Black women. And Bershawn said it got canceled because it was too positive. But if you are talking about a Bravo show, please let me know what Bravo show that she was on. What's up, Jonas? Jonas said, but Ebony is not one to talk since she tweeted, I wrote in. But like every American, I pray for and will support President-elect Trump. How can she scold Ramona when she is no different? I will say this, Jonas. She was saying what I think a lot of people who don't want to ruffle feathers with opposing parties say. Right? Where it's, I didn't vote for him, but I'll support him because he is the president and he won that position. So I think that's what she was saying, but I don't think that she ever supported Trump at all. I could be wrong. Momi also said, she keeps saying that she's trying to find out where their values lie. Obviously, they don't align with Ebony. That's what I keep on saying. How many conversations do you have to have with these women before you realize they don't care? How many conversations? How many times does Ramona have to tell you, I don't want to have this conversation? I don't want to talk about it. I want, like Ramona literally said to her, I want to know everything about you but your Blackness. Like Ramona, to have the balls to tell a Black person, I want to know everything else about you but your Black skin and culture. Whoo! I don't like her, but she is a New York City, Manhattan white woman. Yes, she is. And again, not all, but a New York City Republican white woman. That's what I will say. And again, not all, but if you lived in New York City, you know what I'm talking about. So when will it become clear that she's speaking to the wrong crowd? I don't know. I do not know. Ebony, you got to wake it up. You got to wake it up. Alex said, I think that RHONY just needs to be completely recasted. Listen, for me, I'm saying either bring back the OGs, all of them, even that weird Brooklyn couple, or recast everybody, because they're not going to work if you keep a couple old and bring in a lot of new. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. I always said bring back Aviva, not her daddy, because that man was problematic. Bring back Aviva. I liked Aviva. Like Aviva threw her whole prosthetic leg at the season finale. Like, if she's going to give that kind of commitment, bring her back. Bring back Aviva. Bring back, who was the other girl who used to, oh my God, I forget the name of that girl who was a model, but she used to get Bethany together and Bethany couldn't take it. She got Bethany together every episode. Bring her back. Since we're speaking about Bethany, bring back Bethany. Bring back Jill Zarin. Bring back Dorinda. Like, these were people who are actually good for the show. Bring back Tinsley. But you can't bring back 3 OGs and have everybody else new, or bring back more OGs and 2 new girls. That don't work. This mixing is not working. OGs, all new cast. One or the other. Anika said, there is no reason for us to be quiet or embarrassed for speaking up about what we go through as a people. We didn't create it. We just live it. Amen. Amen. Hey, Kempire. Hey, my love. So glad you're here. Black Gal, what's up? Black Gal said Ramona most definitely knows why she introduced Bershawn as her token friend to make herself look less racist. And then that token got out of hand. Because the 2 things I want to say about Ramona. One, she was watching Bershawn get Sonya together and she loved it. She couldn't even hide her smirk. But when Bershawn started telling her tea, Ramona was like, I can't believe this. I didn't know she was like this. Oh, but you were fine with her getting Sonya together. But when she started turning on you and telling your business, all of a sudden you don't know who this black person is. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Oh, Morgan says she's not feeling. A lot of you are saying you're not feeling Leah. I think Leah is good for the show because, again, Leah is New York City. She's a part of New York City. Leah is very Nolita. Very Nolita. Oh, Black Gal said Bershawn is trying hard to be seen. She went after the weakest person in the group. And it's so sad because her and Sonya were doing so good in the beginning. So good. I hate that. Alex said, I aspire to have Luann's narcissism. Getting offended because someone called her boring. Luann she just wanted to be a part of the scene. She just wanted to be a part of the scene. Shed Pearl said, if a pandemic wasn't reason enough for them to not film it, it should be a reason to excuse a lackluster season. That's what I said. I'm like, give them a break. Everybody had their COVID season. Give them a break. Yeah, oh, Morgan, yeah, I addressed that. I got Carmen. I got her super chat. Yeah, that's really gross. And it's like an ongoing theme that I want to be let out of. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Ramona's defecation every season. Like, it's never been funny to me. It's always been very disturbing. I don't know why they keep on doing that. For me, it never worked. It never worked. I always felt uncomfortable with that. That's why I do want Ebony to stay. One of the reasons why, because I heard birdie on the street, that Bethany may come back. I would love to see her interact with Ebony. They are either going to be great friends or enemies. And Bethany will really bring Ebony out of her African-American studies shell. So I want to see that. Yeah, I get that too. Helena said Bethany and Ebony strike me as 2 alphas and they will collide. Or they would be besties. One or the other. Oh, Helena said it. Or besties. Yep. One or the other. Black Gal, I will say this. Black Gal said it was weird because Bershawn doesn't know Sonia, and she doesn't know her well enough to call her a clown. I must admit, I did laugh at her. Black said, me too, because I was like, wait a minute, what's going on, Sonia? Hold on. I will say this, Bershawn, you're right. She does not know Sonia well enough to call her a clown, but she knows Ramona. And I'm telling you, the way Bershawn feels about Sonia is because of Ramona. Ramona and Sonia are frenemies. They are frenemies. They are not real friends. All right, we're going to move on to Encore. Jonas, I think you're preaching. Ebony said it for 3 episodes straight. Ebony, for 3 episodes straight, gave me, I want to be the only token Black woman on the show. She was giving Bershawn all kind of dirty looks and snarky comments. Ebony, I hate that I have to agree with this. I hate that I have to agree with this. But girl, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. I'm going to acknowledge these 2 super chats, and then we are going to get into Encore. Little Miss Thomas 86, what's up? Said, you're right, it was on. The show was called Blood, Sweat, and Heels, and Melissa Ford and a couple other ladies were on it. No. I don't think she was on that. This was recent. This was like 2 years ago. Blood, Sweat, and Heels was a longer time ago, and she wasn't on that. There was actually one of the cast members actually passed away from cancer, but I don't think Bershawn was on that show. Thank you, Little Miss Thomas 86. Alex Tracy. I said I was going to get my other super chat, but we got to talk about this. Tracy says, sis, you like Alex McCord on the show? Her and that kooky husband? Absolutely. Alex McCord and Luann gave us one of the most iconic scenes in housewife history. You came stomping at me in your Herman Munster shoes. Herman Munster shoes, they were Gucci. Well, darling, even Gucci makes mistakes. Let me tell you something. Nobody was touching RHONY back in the day. Nobody. Today, listen, you can't be great all the time. But back in the day, I miss Alex McCord. Her and that cookie husband and that model who used to always get Bethany together and be like, calm down, Bethany. Dude, it's not that serious. Calm down. She would have Bethany in shambles every time they hung out. Sebastian, thank you for the super chat. Sebastian said, a breather brings that leg in Fran Drescher. And we need Kelly. Kelly, that's what I'm talking about. Kelly Ben-Simone back. We need that type of chaos and energy back. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sebastian. Kelly Ben-Simone was so great because she was so chaotic. Kelly would be in a scene with everybody, but she would be on another freaking planet. And all the ladies would be like, Kelly, where are you? She was so good for the show. So good for the show. I miss her. I hope she comes back. I think Kelly left because her kids were really young. And I think the show was just too much for her. But your kids got to be in their 20s now, Kelly. Come on back. Come on back. Jimmy, I don't agree with that. I don't think that Bethany doesn't like Black women. I think that Bethany desperately wants to be down. I think she desperately wants to be down. I think the comments that she made about Meghan Markle are because she wanted Prince Harry. And she was mad that a Black woman got him. Meghan Markle does not identify as Black, but you can't tell that to white people who don't like Black people. How they see a Black woman in her, I'll never understand. I'll never understand. She was, Helena. Aviva was great at dragging Ramona and Sonia. She was mean, though, but she would get them together. She would get them together. And then if the scene wasn't going where it needed to go, Mother would take that leg and throw it. These are the people that we need on this show. These are the people that we need. Yes, Daisy. That's her name. Yes, Morgan. Daisy was the woman on Blood, Sweat, and Heels who passed away. Such a great loss. She was such a kind soul on that show. Yeah, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang. Oh, she did, Candace? Well, no. Bethany said some racist stuff that I don't want her on the show. I always felt like she just wanted to be down and she thought she was that. You know, Bethany gave me a lot of Heather, where, you know, you're around enough Black people where you think that you get and you think that you're down and you think that you can speak, but you can't. You can't. That's what I get from Bethany. But if she says some ignorant stuff, then no. Oh God, I want to move on, but y'all got me going down a Real Housewives of New York memory lane, and baby, I'm loving it. Do y'all remember that episode when they had to go to Brooklyn? All the housewives are like, Brooklyn? Why is she having a party in Brooklyn? She moved to Brooklyn. Back in the day, they were so good. That episode, they were all having meltdowns about going to Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. That was such a good season. Whoo! We have to go to Brooklyn? I think I was living in the Bronx at the time, and I felt some sort of way about that. Anyway, let's move on to the encore. So it's listening party day, and right before their guests arrive, their old group members, right before they arrive, the ladies decide that they hate everything that Cosign has done. The editing on this show, Carlos, you do a great job with reality TV. You got to work with the editor. I don't want nobody to lose a job, but baby, the editing is off on this show. Because first of all, what did I miss with Pam and Misha? Because we started off the episode with them getting into it and making up. And I'm like, hold on. Did they fight last episode? Because I would have remembered that. Anyway, so the episode starts off with them making up. Then the ladies decide that everything that Cosign has done is like a mess and garbage, and they hate everything that he's done. So they're changing everything. They're getting old versions of songs, and all of a sudden, Felicia, or is it Fallon? One of the Tiny Terrors, everything that she has done is great, and they want to go back to what she is doing. And now everybody hates Cosign. What happened? I'm confused. I think they have a great model here for a great reality TV show, but the editing is off. Anyway, another thing that confused me, what they're talking about Cosign, is that he's first of all, they say he's not doing his job. Then he is doing his job, but he's doing his job wrong. The way he's mixing the songs, they don't like it. And I'm just like, weren't y'all there when he was doing these songs? Because he says that I don't work unless I'm in this house, because I'm working in the studio and then I leave. So what is going on? Did y'all not hear him? Did y'all not record with him? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But it's listening day and the ladies hate Cosign. Let's move on. So all of the old members, and we have a couple of producers and writers. Jazzy, is it Jazzy Faye? Jazzy Faye production. He's always ready for a cameo. I love him. Ronnie DeVoe comes. Him and Shamari are the oldest young couple I've ever seen. These two are already in their 70s, line dancing at a wedding. Like, they're so elderly, and I'm serious. It's so adorable though, because they're such an old Black couple. Like when Ronnie shows up with like all of these flowers and balloons, and it looks like he got off, the side of the street while somebody was probably selling this stuff for a funeral. He picked it up, or at a gas station, he picks it up, and he brings it to his wife, and she's like, Ronnie, and he's like, Shamari, and they're like, oh, hey, baby. I'm like, why are y'all so old? Such an old couple, but they're so adorable. I love the way that they love and support each other. Mila from 702 comes. The ladies are glad to see her. Nobody shows up for Aubrey. Also for Shamari, I believe her name is Tiffany. Brandy, right? Brandy from Black. Stunning. She looks the freaking same. She has to be in her 40s as well as Shamari. Not saying that, you look elderly in your 40s, but she still looks 16. Brandy still could play a teenager today. Wow. Anyway, Kima shows up for Pam. Kima shows up for Pam, and before she listens to anything, Kima, she gets right into it with Pam and let her know what's happening. And she's just like, I ain't talked to you. Hey girl, I came in to support you. I ain't talked to you for 4 years. Like, what's going on? We family, we a group. When you left the group, that hurt my feelings. Can I tell you, Kima is still hood. All these years, Kima is still hood. Like, as soon as Pam saw her, Pam went in to give her an elbow. She hugged her. She was like, sis, where you been? I love you. I know we broke up or whatever, but we still family. Like, what's going on? I missed you. I'm like, Kima was so much. She was so much. But I'm telling you, her sit down with Pam, when she was talking to Pam, I immediately said, oh, Carlos, you got to bring Kima back for season 2. Kima is great TV. Kima was like, I don't even care about these cameras. You my sister. I miss you. Like, what's happening? You over here making like a super group, and I'm confused, right? Because we a super group, but you left our super group. Like, what's going on? Like, when all that stuff happened, I was hurt by that, but I missed you. You my sister. What's good? I want her on season 2, Carlos. She's great TV. No camera, nobody looking, nothing fazed her. She knew what she wanted to say, and she went right into it with Pam. Remember when you called yourself Beyonce and you said that we were everybody else? Pam, you said it. And how I know you said it? Your response. You was like, huh? What? I said that? Yeah, you did. Chalk it up to, the devil. But Pam, you said that. So you were a little cocky in that group because you knew you was the lead. But they all could sing, though. I feel like they all had like a lead at some point. Anyway, before I do that, let me acknowledge the super chat from Tracy. Tracy said it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come with the terrible editing. I blame Todd. Let me tell you something, Tracy. You always blame Todd. You can't stand Todd. You cannot stand Todd. I'm telling you, if there's anything going on in Atlanta or on this show, Tracy's like, Todd did it. I know it was that Todd. Tracy is Mama Joyce. I'm telling you that right now. I'm kidding, Tracy. I love you. So anyway, after, Pam and Kima, y'all know who Kima's sister is, right? She was the girl, I forget her name, but she was singing on Ja Rule's. She's a rapper. She was rapping on Ja Rule's song. What would I be without you? With Lil Mo. She was yo. And I appreciate the rocks that you got me, baby. And the cops on the hill when you dropped that 80. That was her. Her and Kima, the same damn person. I want Kima on season 2. She was such good TV. She came right in. She was like, hey, sis, how you doing? What happened to you? I was like, oh. Kima did not wait. But I'm glad that those two were able to reconcile because Pam was crying, Kima was crying, and Pam was just like, maybe I had to do this show to see you again. I don't know, but God told me to do this show. I will say this, Pam. If God gave you this assignment, you also have to acknowledge that whether you call it an assignment or say God led you here, you're still a part of a super group. And what Kima was saying was you left us because you said you didn't want to be a part of a group anymore because you're Beyonce, but then you come and you're a part of a super group. So that's what she had an issue with, because she was just like, what's going on? You said you didn't want to be in a group anymore, but here I'm coming to see you perform songs from a super group. Whether he led you, told you, or whatever, you're still a part of a group. So that was her beef. I'm glad they fixed it. I'm glad they're in a good place. And I'm really big of Kima, who's just like, I don't care about none of that. I want a relationship with you. And I think another thing and I'll walk away from this, Pam, but as somebody who is a believer as well, I think when people get radically saved, they leave everything, right? And I get it, leave everything and follow the Lord. But there are people in your life that God has placed in your life before you became radically saved. You just can't cut everybody off and make it seem like everybody is evil, because then you become so engulfed in your church and the people within your church that you can't see any faults, because you have made these people in the church your life. And then when you start to see faults, you have nobody to talk to, you have nobody to go to, because you've cut everybody else out and you've made them this demonic force. But then you start seeing the demonic force within, the demonic force in your church, within leadership, or, fellow worshipers, you know what I mean? So I get, walking away from your old life, but walk away from the things and the people that were toxic. Not everybody in your life was horrible and toxic. Some people were brought in your life by the Lord to get you to where you are today. And I think that happens a lot when people get radically saved. It's just like, if you are not a Christian, if you don't read the Bible every day, you're no good for me, so I got to cut you out. And you push out a lot of good relationships, and you push away a lot of great people by thinking that only the people who believe the way you believe are the good ones. A lot of times that's not true. And you'll probably find that out later in your journey, and either, backslide so far you probably can't come back, or find balance. Find balance, Pam. Find balance. You have great people in your life, all across the board, I believe. Anyway, I talked about how stunning Brandy from Black was. I was like, girl, work. The Listening Party. I loved all of the songs. I will say, Bird's Eye View. I love the chorus. The verses need work. The lead vocals, I gotta be honest, needs work. But the chorus was great. I think, and I agree, I think it was a writer or producer, or was he a studio exec? I think the black ball guy. He said, "Yo, you guys have something really great here. Please, whatever you have to do to make it happen, do it. Do not allow this to fall apart. You have something really great here." And I agree with them. I think they have, if they can get it together, they got a really good album. So while the ladies have, showed everybody their songs, I absolutely expected Pam to praise dance during her gospel song, which is going to be a hit if they ever release it. I absolutely expected her butch praise dance. Pam, I love you, but you're butch. That was the most masculine praise dance I've ever seen. It was, God, I love you. Jesus Christ. I was like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with being butch, but Pam, you butch. You are a butch woman. Not saying anything about your sexuality. I'm saying you a roughneck. Anyway, Jesus, I love you. God, girl. So you're even rough with the Lord. But I did love how after she performed her song, that Kima came up and hugged her. I hope they're still cool today. I really, really do hope that they're still cool today. So after that, we go back into the house. It's still, drama. And with the editing, I don't even know how we got here, but we are here. Speaking of here, Keely, why are you here? I don't know what Keely does. I do not know what Keely does. And I can't believe that all the ladies get frustrated with Aubrey when Keely is literally there participating in everything, but you still do not know her role or purpose. Why are you there? What are you doing? How are you contributing? Like, what is your role? Why has this not been flushed out? It's the first season. And also Aubrey has a problem with everything. And it's annoying. It's just annoying. Like during the listening party, you didn't like any songs. You didn't perform anything. The group doesn't have a sound. The group don't have this. The group need to do that. The group didn't do it. I think Aubrey's problem is that her and the Tiny Terrorists run the group. You guys, Aubrey and the Tiny Terrorists do not know how to be in an ensemble anything. You need to be the spotlight. You need to be the star. You are just built for solo projects. Speaking of solo projects, Homegirl has left America and moved to Dubai. Good for her. Good for her. She said that she's done with America. She sold her house, sold everything, and she has moved to Dubai to start a new life. And she plans on traveling the world and living her best life. Good for her. If you can afford it, do it. If you can afford it, do it. Good for her. I would do the same damn thing. If I could afford it, I would be living in a different place every month. Go ahead, girl. Good for you. But anyway, she was complaining about everything. And I guess because she could not run the house, she decided to leave the house. So Aubrey leaves, and I'm just like, you gotta grow up. Because Aubrey, there was no reason for you to leave. It's just maybe with the editing, I was missing a lot, but I just didn't see enough reason for you to be like, this isn't working out for me, especially after you guys got such high praise from everybody that came to the listening party. I just didn't get why you left. I think you were just over it because you couldn't control it. And I think that's why you and the Tiny Terrors kept on going at it, because all three of you needed to be in control, and the Tiny Terrors can control as a unit. And because you couldn't control, y'all don't know how to be ensemble people. So it just was not going to work. But she leaves, and it's unfortunate. And also, how did Aubrey continue to leave the house and nobody knows? It's 50 of y'all in there. Nobody heard her leave. Nobody saw her leave. Like, how does she keep on leaving and y'all miss it every time? They're running around the house. Where's Aubrey? Where's Aubrey? Oh my God, I have no idea where Aubrey is. Really? I'm not buying it. So anyway, she leaves, right? So now that Aubrey left, the ladies are moving on, and they're going to replace her vocals with Nivea. So Nivea is re-singing over Aubrey's vocals, which I think is fine. If you're not going to be there, then what's the point of them waiting and trying to figure out if you're going to come back? So they're re-singing their vocals. They still hate Cosign. He's on his way there. Unprepared for what is about to happen. And I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what? Before I get into this, I did want to talk about this. 702. Oh, y'all delusional. Especially you, Irish. And I happen to like you. I think you are extremely delusional. First of all, you, Misha and Mila, y'all all just reconcile. As soon as you reconcile with Mila, you start dropping on her all of, the things that you hate about this whole process and how you're about to leave and you're threatening to leave and you don't like how the ladies done did you. You need to be mad at yourself. We have to tell the truth and shame the devil. You have not worked on your instrument since you left the group. You smoke and drink like a 60-year-old man on death row, mama. You do not take care of your instrument. At this time, the vocals are weak. So yes, you had 4 lines. Be thankful for where your instrument is at this point, that you even got those 4 lines on an album. Be thankful that you got even invited to this house, knowing that you have not been training. For what, almost 20 years you have not trained your voice? You're going to be a little behind everybody. You've even admitted that. So to get mad at the ladies and you're threatening to leave, I'm going to tell you right now, if you would have pulled that, I'm leaving like Aubrey, nobody would have missed you. They would have re-sang your 4 lines in a heartbeat. Absolutely delusional. Of course you want to sing on more stuff, but you got to be real with yourself and realize that you are not where the rest of the ladies are. Even your sister realized that. But I feel like, Misha, you did your sister dirty because you're throwing her under the bus, talking about her and saying, I got to be fair with everybody. But the only reason why you're saying that is because you have a lead on Bird's Eye View. No shade, but I think that lead needs to be taken because the lead vocals are a little weak on Bird's Eye View. Got to tell the truth and shame the devil. 702, delusional. Let's get into the tiny terrors trying to, one of the tiny terrors trying to take down a cosign. So Felicia found another person to fight with, which is a cosign. He comes in unaware. He don't know what he just walked into, but baby, he walked into a war and he was not ready. It was a sneak attack. Cherish, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, tiny terrors. I really, really hate to say it. But I think you're the reason why your group wasn't successful. I know you say that nobody wanted to do it anymore. But I think nobody wanted to do it with you. You guys are not nice. You're not nice. You snap at people unknowingly, like nobody knows why you're upset. You two just sit and talk and you create these scenarios in your mind where everybody's attacking you. And then next thing you know, you're going after people and everybody's just like, well, what the hell did I do? You see what you did to Keely? Keely was like, I'm so confused. Like, what is going on? You hated me 2 seconds ago. Like, what is going on? The attitude is terrible. You guys have terrible attitudes. You go after people for no reason. Like, there's no in between with you guys. Y'all go 0 to 100 real quick. Chaos. Just 2 tiny chaos tornadoes. Y'all are just so destructive and it's so upsetting because you're both so talented. But I hope that you watch this show. All of the ladies, I hope that they watched this show and was able to take away that maybe you were the problem and the downfall to your own success. Like a lot of times you can't see it because you're living in it, right? But then when you can watch yourself back, you can see, you know what? Maybe it was me. Maybe I tanked my own career because y'all just nasty. Like this whole thing that Felicia and Keely did to cosign was so rude, so mean, so unnecessary. And listen, y'all could say it was editing, but baby, from what I saw, Felicia, you and Keely were totally wrong. Extremely wrong, which leads me to Keely, who I think is a producer plant. And I will get into that after acknowledging this super chat from Kendria. Is it Kendria or Kendria? Hey sis, thank you for the super chat. Said, Nikki, did you watch Nivea's interview on Candy's YouTube? No, I did not. Let me know. It did come up in my recommendations. Let me know if you think it's something I should watch. If so, I will check it out. Thank you, Kendria. Thank you, my love, for the super chat. Keely is a producer plant. Here is why I think that. Felicia, for no reason, is mad at cosign, who's freaking oblivious, right? So she starts going in at cosign because they play the song. Cosign, the choreographer, and the vocal coach all come in and like, hey, ladies, let's listen. Let's talk about the listening party. What's going on? All right, great. Let's hear the songs. Cosign, plays the song. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong version. Felicia, no, it's not the wrong version. Cosign is like, what? I felt so sorry for this man because he did not know what he was walking into. Why are you mad at him? The last time he was with you guys, that was the version that was agreed on, that y'all worked on. So it was an honest mistake. He did not know that y'all all of a sudden hated everything that he did because nobody communicated that with him. So he was like, what happened? She just starts going off on this man. And he is like, wow, like, what is going on? So she is like, if Alicia is like screaming at this man, and he's like, okay, relax. Keely, how dare you? Don't you tell a woman to relax? I'm like, oh God. Now it's a feminist issue. Here we go. Now all of a sudden, cosign is a male chauvinist pig who does not respect women and doesn't want to work with women writers. I'm like, where did this come from? Because I'm just seeing a producer plant and somebody who was oblivious to their evil attack a man, a producer who had no idea what was going on. He was like, well, I produce these songs. You're not a producer. I'm a producer. He was like, well, I'm hired. Like, no, you're not. I'm producing this. I felt so sorry for him. Because he just said no. He had no idea. And then he's trying to like defend himself to this tiny terror while also being called a male chauvinist pig because he told an irate woman to relax. He was right. She was doing too much. None of that, like, especially if you're taking it from his perspective, he didn't know what was going on. So of course it looks like she was already doing too much, but from his perspective, relax. It's not that deep. Y'all like the different version. Okay. But you already were mad at him and had stuff that you wanted to go after him about. So Felicia was looking for him to do something to attack this man. And Keely, the producer plant, I feel like was not helping because there was no reason for Keely to co-sign on the attack of co-sign with Felicia, who was obviously wrong. And then trying to turn it into some feminist men don't respect women thing. Girl, get out of here. Now, y'all could have tried that with Elijah, but here is why you didn't do it with Elijah, because Elijah would have went right back and forth with both of y'all. Y'all do it with the men y'all know y'all can do that mess with. Y'all read co-sign for filth because y'all know he was raised right. Y'all wouldn't have done that with Elijah because Elijah would have removed that cross earrings and got you girls together. So y'all didn't want to do it with him. Y'all think y'all slick, but I saw it. I said, oh, y'all would never do this. Y'all would never pull this with Elijah because let me tell you something. Elijah would have snapped that neck and popped that wrist and he would have got y'all all together like he did Aubrey. And y'all said, oh, we're not going to be next. So we're going to let Elijah do what Elijah going to do, but we're going to do it to co-sign. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. What they did to that man was absolutely wrong. It was no feminist issue. It wasn't him not respecting women. He was ambushed. He had no idea what was going on. He was like, what? Hold on. Poor guy. Even the choreographer, she was just like, okay, guys, let's take a breather. Co-sign is here to help. Like, it's not, come on. None of it was that big of a deal. None of it was that big of a deal. Keely gives me producer plant. If you are not a producer plant, Keely, then you are somebody who was always looking for some kind of trendy topic to be offended by. You are always looking for something to be mad of, some social justice issue to be mad about, or to make yourself the center of that movement. Girl, bye. This was not it. Next week, the other Tiny Terror is going to join her Tiny Terror twin in the attack of cosign. And Keely is going to fan the flames as usual. I will see y'all then. What did you guys think of this episode? I will go up a bit. Vita, yes! And I appreciate the gifts that you got me, baby, in that house on the hill when you dropped like 80. Thinking, damn, ain't life gravy and ever since that my money I've been twice the lady. I loved Vita. Kendria said Pam didn't even want to hug Kima because they left on bad terms. I thought she wasn't hugging because of the pandemic, but it seems like she has some internal. Oh, was that thing you would say that? She has some internal homophobic going on. You think so? With Kima? Kima is what? Appears to be straight. She married and everything. That don't mean she's straight, but she married to a man and got a kid. Again, that don't mean she's straight, but I didn't get that from Kima, but who knows? Miss Brown Sugar, this is about RHONY, said Bethany gives the same energy as Andy and any white liberal with RT Black housewives. She wants credit for being around the culture, but quick to drop a microaggression that leaves side-eyeing. Absolutely agree. What's up, Stage 4 Innovator Day by Day? Hey, sis, glad to have you here, beautiful. Helena, you got to get into the encore. It's a really good show. And yeah, I'm so disappointed that Aubrey left. Maybe it was the editing, but I just didn't see a big enough reason for her to leave when she had already left before, came back, and squash the beef with everybody. I don't know. I don't know. Greta said, I agree. I think that Kima was auditioning for a role next season. Kima was good. Kima came in. It was so good. Me too. Little Mo, Kendria, Little Mo would give us a good season. She's a solo artist, and she is drama, and she loves a check. Little Mo loves a check. Alex said, Pam has gone through so much. I wish the show would go deeper into these women's history because Pam sounds like a trip. I can honestly say I think that may happen. This is their first season, right? Kind of their pilot, season. So when the show gets picked up, which I think it probably already is, when it gets picked up, you get more episodes, you get more money, so you can do a bit more. I think they will do that. I also think the show might be longer next season, especially with keeping the ladies in the house a bit longer. I think we might have some trips. I think this show is going to expand in a really good way. I think that Carlos and Todd have something very great here. The thing that's throwing me off is the editing. There is just not, there's no flow. We're missing a lot. So if they fix that editing, I think they're good. Me too. I thought that too, Jessie Lee. I thought that Keisha was the lead. But apparently, Pam was the Beyonce. It also does seem like that too, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said, I don't think I ever realized there was a lead for Total. That is very true. That is very true because they were more groupie than leads. But I felt like Keisha did a lot of the singing, but I could be wrong. The Bombshell blurred a lot of the lead singing. The Bombshell blurred, what's up, sis? Said agreed. I think Pam fell into the same mindset that a lot of new believers do. Absolutely. They often go super holy and forget to balance with grace for others. Absolutely. When you first get saved, I got to be honest with you, you go off the deep end. I threw away all my Beyonce tapes. No tapes, it was CDs at the time. I broke all my Beyonce CDs. Lost my damn mind. But I found balance, okay? I found my way back. Go, don't find your way back. I found it. Yeah, I love Pam. Pam is great. I hope she finds balance. I really, really do. I think it'll just be such an easier road for her when she finds balance. I would hate for her to have to realize that there's devils in the church as well. Find balance before you get disappointed. Black Gal said exactly. They give Aubrey all the heat, but her and Keely are one of the same. I absolutely agree. But at least Aubrey was doing some work. What was Keely doing? Aubrey's problem was that she was doing the work, but she wanted to, Aubrey was still stuck on not being queen. And that's the problem. You're not a group. You're not somebody who's built for a group then if you need to be over the queen over everybody. And again, I hope just like the Tiny Terrors that you watch this back and you realize that, maybe you were the problem in some things. It's okay to reflect and think that, I could have done this differently. I could have handled this better. That's what happens with age. You get older, you get wiser, and you look back and you're just like, I could have done that differently. So what you do, you take what you look over your life and you take the wisdom from the things that you have done wrong and learn from, and you apply it to the younger generation of women who are coming up. That's who we're supposed to be to each other. But if you're not learning anything, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Carmen Sandy said, I sent you a DM with the original Encore promo. Thank you, Carmen. Oh, I think I saw this. Yeah, this is the one with Farrah. Say my name. Yeah, this is actually what got Todd and Carlos this show at BET, because this pilot for the show went viral. Oh, let me open it. Let me look at it. So the pilot for the show went viral. Remember this, y'all? It went viral, and everybody everybody was retweeting it and saying, we need to actually see. Ciao. Everybody saw this and was just like, what is this show? This show needs to be made. And I think that's when Carlos and Todd came aboard with Keely, because this was her pitch, and created this show. Keely, I think I think you want to be in front of the camera as well, but you have to have a reason to be a part of this cast. You have to realize you can't pull a Shawnee O'Neal. That doesn't work anymore. We don't like that. We don't like to have a producer being a part of the process who is going to pull strings and manipulate the show in their kind of favor. You've seen with the tiny tiers that it hasn't really worked necessarily the way you wanted it to go, but you have to have a purpose if you come back next season. You have to have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, then maybe you just need to sit behind the scenes and collect the checks. And I don't know why people just don't want to be executive producers. You stay out of the mess and you make the most money out of anybody. Why would you want to be talent when you can make so much money being an EP? I don't understand. It's narcissism. It is narcissism. Kendria said, Misha and Irish were drunk. They were slurring their words and everything. They know damn well they can't sing. They got to stop that smoking and drinking. They really, really do. You cannot do all that smoking and drinking and then think you're going to be the lead singer when you weren't even the lead singer in your group, when you weren't doing all that smoking and drinking. So what the hell you think your voice sound like now? Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. Shed Pearl said, I didn't expect Notori or Adrian to show up for Keely. I doubt anyone did. Absolutely. Yeah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They're both, first of all, they're both doing so well. They have reconciled. Notori and Adrian have reconciled, but neither one of them keep in touch with Keely. Neither one of them. Stage 4 Ain't No Fight a Day by Day said, I may be late, but I feel like Aubrey came to stir up the drama. In the end, Keely is going to join the group. Oh, you think so? That's what that conversation about we need a 5th group member or something came up, right? I think that may be another group member. I think that may be it too. Alex said the twins are exhausting, talented, but I understand why no one wants to work with them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's a good point too, Kendria. Kendria said, I feel like the twins struggle because they were the younger sisters in the group. Explains a lot. They probably had to constantly prove themselves, talking about their group Cherish. It's annoying. That is very true. But I mean, they damn near 40. Like, y'all got to get it together. Get it together. Y'all got to get it together. Because you have to realize, can we just tell the truth for shame the devil? You are 36-year-old Black women who have deep melanin. There's already a lot that you have to fight through to even get in the positions that you get in, right? To even get ahead. Nobody will make it easier for us. You're making it harder for yourself by being so nasty when people don't even want to open up the door for you because of ignorance and hate. Y'all got to fix that. Tony said, yes, Carlo explained all of that. He said that Farrah just is horrible at replying back to phone calls. That's why she didn't stay on. Oh, Farrah was supposed to be a part of this show. Oh, I hope she comes back next season. Who my boo? Whose birthday? Whose birthday is it today? Who my boo? Y'all know I have so many. Okay. Hey, Misty Winter said, I think the pilot is the reason why Keely is the creative director. She doesn't want to seem like she's begging, so she made up the role. Huh. That could be true. The bombshell blurb said Elijah went in on them on live. The live he did with Cosign and Aaliyah. Oh, I got to see it. He called Aubrey a busted can of biscuits. He's messy for real. Oh, please, somebody link me to that live. And I'm telling you guys, I know what I'm talking about. That's why they did not go at Elijah like that, but they did it to cosign. That's why they did that. JG said, to be honest, I know the Real Housewives and Bravo executives are keeping a very close eye on all of Carlos's projects because every show is talked about. Absolutely. Extremely entertaining and well cast. Absolutely agree. W. Rachel says she also has issues as well. You go to her Instagram, Farrah1229. You can tell that she bleaches her skin or edits her pics to make herself look lighter than what she really is. Yeah, she's been struggling for a while. For a while. Hey, Aldion said Bethany recommended Ebony for Housewives. Really? She said it on a Watch What Happens Live. She also told Andy that he needs to acknowledge that she has always advocated and recommended women of color for New York. So, like some of us said, me and Helena said that Bethany and Ebony will either be, mortal enemies or besties. They might be besties. If those two link up, oh my God. Oh my God. Missy B2 said the encore is that girl. I want more seasons. Me too. Kiki Wyatt would be great. It's Kima. Great. And Kiki got a lot of kids, so I don't think she would turn this down. Kiki got a lot of kids. Tony said, did you see Carlos King speaking with DJ Richie Sky? It was on this Tuesday, I believe. I did not. He said he wanted to do it with men as well. Carlos, get your money, King. Get your money, King. I will watch it. I would watch it. Misty said, Pam was the flavor of the group. I agree. Her sound was just like no other. She was always front and center. I absolutely agree. She was a flavor of that group. Poor Shakula, what's up? BET stays dropping the ball on their good shows. So let's hope they pick up the encore for a second season. I'm still feeling about and Contempt, Rebel, and Tales. Oh, yeah. You're still feeling away about those shows. Yeah, but I think this show is so good that BET will definitely pick it up. If they don't, I'm telling you, it's going to Bravo, who been wanted Carlos back. Bravo or VH1, one of those networks is going to snatch that show up. And baby, if it don't go to one of them networks, if it go to WeTV, money. I can't wait. Oh, I gotta see that live with Elijah. I gotta see that live with. Oh, it's his birthday! It's his birthday. I had no idea. It's his birthday. Oh my God, my king! It's my king's birthday. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, King. The kids would be gorgeous. The kids would be gorgeous. Oh, my sons. Happy birthday. He is so crazy. What were we talking about? Hey, JG said Keely sees her ex-bandmates flourishing while she was with the plug manager. She wants to be a star and in the spotlight. Oh, Keely. Yeah, I don't want to agree to that. Keely, I hope you do well. I hope you do. Oh, really? The Bombshell Blurred said, I think that Irish has realized singing isn't her calling. She posted on her Instagram that she's doing makeup. Okay. Oh, no. Black Gal says supposedly Pam and I think Nivea leaves the show too. Damn. That's upsetting. That is upsetting. Bria said, I know I'm behind, but Keely is friends with the other cheater girl, Sabrina. Oh, that's cool. You know who needs to join next season? Dream. Do y'all remember Dream? You can bite your cherry lips and try to tempt them with a sweet kiss. You can bet your pretty eyes. but he ain't got his hands tied. No change to I love Starfeeder too, but he wants, he's into, but he loves me, he loves me, he loves you not. Those were the girls back in the day. They should join. Dream should join. I would love that. I would love that. I know that's not my neighbor. Girl, don't pull it. It's 5:30. Anyway, don't pull it. Janice, I hope I'm saying it right. So yes, oh my God, I love Dream. Another group done wrong by Diddy. Oh, child. Oh my God. It's Kima said if he gets Tyrese, Tank, and Genuine from TGT, I will watch and gag. Carlos about to make some bank. I will watch and review all of these shows. Oh, who super chat did I miss, Alex? Did I miss a super chat? Hey, NTR, what's up? NTR said we need more Nivea. Search hashtag finding Nivea on here. BET's Finding did an episode on her about 2 years ago. It was gold. They had to know what they had. Thank you so much for the super chat. I agree with that, NTR. I watched that. It's really good. Nivea is a star. She is a star. Samantha said they shouldn't have done this show. They're looking really bad and ain't nobody gonna work with them. Samantha, I happen to disagree, right? There are terrible people in this industry and people continue to work with them. Like you hear all these stories about, you know, these directors and producers who have been raping people for years and people continue to work with them because of the work that they did, or actors who are horrible people, who are horrible abusers, but they continue to get work because people like the work that they did. If you do good work, you will work in this industry, music or entertainment in general. You will work because there's a lot of horrible people who are still booked and busy because they're talented. So I think the twins, although this show showcases how awful they are, I hope you guys are turning it up for the cameras and this is not who you are in person. Even though they seem awful, appear to be awful, they are very talented. So you're getting to see that as well. So somebody might say, listen, I don't have to work with them in the studio, but I can ask them to write a song for my artist or pay them to write a song for my artist. They might not get invited to the studio, but they probably, both of them will get invited to write. And shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang. Yes, and listen to Tracy. If you wish to support the channel, you can do so by liking up the live. I would totally appreciate it. I would totally appreciate. Oh my gosh. W. Rachel said, the older cherished sister, Farrah is just as worse. She was commenting on the twins live last night saying she wanted smoke with cosign and wanted to punch him in the face for what? For what? What did they were so wrong for what they did to cosign. Please, somebody send me Elijah's live. Please send me that live. Oh, Allure would be good. Allure would be really good. You know who would be a blast from the past? Forever and ever. I will always be there for you. Forever and ever. I will always be there for you. Boy, just run to me, cause there'll never be another. No, there'll never be another for me. I would love to see them on the show. I always wonder what happened to them. Let me tell you something. I don't know if, they fell on hard times, but let me tell you something. Those girls was making buku bank on the box. They played that video on the box non-stop. I know they got a good coin from that song. So I hope they didn't fall on hard times because they was making bank on the box. I would love to see them. I would love to see them. Carlos, there's so much to do with this show. Oh, Congrats, bro. Congrats. This is a great show. This is a great show. Oh no. Kendria said Nivea said she was traumatized in the end, but she didn't want to spoil it. No. Oh no. Oh no. They're insane. They're insane. Listen, if there was something else that he did that we did not see, show us that footage. But I'm just like, there's nothing that Cosign did wrong. Nothing warranted what these women have done to him. None of it. Oh, thank you, Bombshell Blurred. I'll check it out right now. Danny said you took it all the way back. I love that song. That song and Carlos, if they are still alive today, get them Gangstaline guys for the men's version. What is it? This song's dedicated to my homies and that Gangstaline. Remember that? Why'd you have to go so soon? Singing this like a damn child. Thanks, the box. It seems like yesterday we were hanging round the hood, but I'm caught up keeping that memory alive, just like a homie should. I take my 40 to your memories. Take a drink and start to think and I know one day soon we'll be hanging out. Yeah! If you can get the Gangstaline dudes, Carlos, come on. Carlos, I want you to go down. Everybody on the box. Get them funky Watusi kids. Hey, little mama, why you think so funky? Hey, little mama, why you this funky? Get on the floor, shake it like a donkey, shake it to the left, shake it to the right, do the funky dance and shake it all night. Shout out to the 90s. What a time. What a time. Child. Still got him on my... God broke the mold. Let me go. Yeah, they need to do all them box people. What was it? Froggy Style. Do you like... Get them, the Froggy Style girls. Do you like my froggy style? Up and down, in and out. And get them swing my way. Sure, they swing my way. Sure, look to me. Get all of them. Ooh. Oh, God. Simply someone and sent me some talk tea. Tracy said, check Instagram. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tracy, for sending me Elijah's live. Ciao. Ciao. I might have to add everything that y'all send me in my Instagram. I may have to add that to tomorrow's reality TV chat. The way the reality TV shows that I watch have been going brazy off the show, I might have to do a reality TV chat every day, like batch chat. Remember, I was doing batch chats every day. Bachelor Nation has finally calmed down, but baby, there was a time. Oh no. El Michelle said, I've seen the twins in a couple of lives. That is their personality. Damn. Damn. Oh, Nina Sky would be good too, Misty. You know who would be good just for fun? What is her name? Lumity. Lumity would be good. Bria said, did you hear that Carl Thomas, Donnell Jones, and Dave Hollis are forming a group? Yes. And I will be front and center at their first concert with my mask. With my mask. A black gal says, you broke back memories. My auntie cursed me out for pointing her own English singing Gangsta Lean. Oh. Danny said, we're showing our age with these songs. Hell yeah. Childhood was great. Aside from cracking AIDS, I had a great time. Ideal. Wait a minute. What song did Ideal sing? I think I downloaded their song. Did they sing I Think You Better Leave? Or is that Pro-Life? Isn't it named Pro-Life? What is it? Hold on. Ideal. Do Ideal sing I Think You Better Leave? Get going, said I think you better leave. Leave me alone. Get your bags. Get the hell on. Do Ideal. What song did Pro-Life sing? Ideal. Get the hell on. Is it Pro-Life? Is it Pro-Life? Profile? Profile. I said Pro-Life. Profile. What is their song? You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker. Y'all taking me back. And I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but, oh my gosh. If you get Profile and Ideal in the same house, Carlos, it's money. It's money. It's money. Get down. What was up with R&B groups in the 90s kicking black women out of their houses? Remember that? Black women was getting kicked out of every house in these songs. Was always getting kicked out. Oh, God. Cameron, well, thanks. The one guy, is it the lead? I hate to be rude. Is it the lead singer? You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker. And I won't let you back in my life. Death. Oh my God, it does come up. Members died. Cedric, known as Swab, stabbed to death in Southwest Houston. Oh no! I think that was the lead. Was he the lead? I think he was the lead. Oh, Lord. Well, you know, good night. Cameron wrapped us up. Oh, my gosh. Cameron wrapped us up real quick. Oh, NTR said they need one of them messy guys from Soul for Real. Tevin Campbell would be great. Tevin Campbell would be great. Kendria said him taking a dog takes me out every time. Get the hell on. Oh, gosh. Oh, Troop. Yes, Troop as well. Oh, Subway. Remember Subway? They sang that song with 702. Girl, I really wanna stay and play that little game you play when you go high and I will seek. Let me be the one to make you. What happened to Subway? Bring back Subway. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tamika Ranzel. Love y'all. Love y'all. It's Kiva said the men are going to be messy and always fighting. I'm talking about fist fighting and throwing good shade. Tyrese going to give us gift-worthy scenes. You know what? The only reason why I think that Tyrese won't do it, because he still got that Fast and Furious money. Tyrese, there's nothing they can offer him that will be more than what he's already making. Oh, Momi said, loving these 90 music memory lane times that we're having. Music was epic back then. Absolutely. Nothing has compared to it since. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I don't think Drew Hill is still booked and busy, Cameron. Drew Hill is still booked and busy. So I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Tony said the way this is going, we need to bring back Columbia House to sell all this music to keep the nostalgia. Listen, Columbia House had my CD Trapper Keeper stacked them 99-cent subscriptions. You know what? Before Cameron beats me to it, poor Shekula, one of the lead singers of H-Town passed away. So I don't know. I mean, not saying you can't do it because 702 did it as well. But you know. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Hey, Tamika Randall. Hey, sis. Tony says, CD girl, I had cassettes. Oh, child, we had cassettes. Are we the boomers yet? Oh, child. We got about 30 more years before we're boomers. Oh God, life comes at you fast. Oh, wait. Let me highlight this comment before I get out of here. Color Me Bad or Mid Condition. You know what? Color Me Bad would be great because we have a total situation with Color Me Bad. The black guy in Color Me Bad got radically saved like Pam. So that would be like the male version of Total, that situation. He got radically saved. If he comes back along with the other guy, the white guy with the eyebrow. Oh, wait a minute. Who is the black guy that looks like her? Not the black guy, the white guy that looks like Hercules. He's married to a sister. Color Me Bad. I don't want to write Color Me Bad black wife. But Color Me, I'm not gonna write Color Me Bad black wife. That is not gonna be in my search history. Anyway, but the one that looked like Hercules is married to a sister. And I think he's a writer and producer today. I think the white guy, he's still the other white guy. Come and take over. Him, he still tours singing this song. The black guy got radically saved. He does not sing the songs anymore. I'm gonna take you back to my Black Baptist Deliverance Church days. He actually said that a demon came to him and told him to write that song. And like while he was giving his testimony, he was talking about how he had to be like delivered from the demon. There's a whole recording of it and everything. Do not look it up. I will not be responsible for opening up portals in your home. Don't look it up. Just, you can look it up and see the title. Don't play that video. Don't play that video because the demon speaks to him. Child, it was a lot. That was in my deliverance days. So he said a demon came to him and told him to write that song, and the demon possessed him and allowed him to write all of those songs. So I Want to Sex You Up was written by, a soldier from hell. This is what they teaching us in church. Child, it's a whole video and everything, girl. So, that might be good TV if he comes back and, he, lets the world know that a soldier from hell helped him write that album. I love these lives because where are we? How do we end up here? Where are we? Hey, Tamika Randall. Shout out to the playback gang. I'm so sorry. Tamika Randall said, so is this the beginning or the end? Oh, just got off work. Tamika, I'm getting out of here. What is tonight? Tonight is Thursday. I have to get ready for tomorrow because I'm doing 2 lives. One in the afternoon. I want to talk about Married at First Sight Houston, all the drama with Married at First Sight season 12. And Jerry O'Connell joining the talk. So we're going to talk about stuff going on at the talk. We're also going to have some more reality TV stuff. I'm going to look at the reality TV stuff the stuff related to reality TV that you guys sent me. And I'll talk about that tomorrow as well. Let me get out of here. Oh, the singer. Yeah, the lead singer. Him. Yes, Tamira Day. Isn't Tamira Day a singer or something like that? Or was she a model? Tamira Day? Isn't she a singer? Is she a singer or a model? Was she on Top Model? is she? Yes, Tamara Day. Is she an actress? I know her from somewhere. I know her from some. They still married. She's still married to Bill. His name is Bill Day. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Now, who is this? You know, it's a lot going on right now. This is a different white man. I gotta do some research. Let me get over here. Contria said, let me delete that one. I'm telling y'all, do not. It is out there. Do not play the video because that demon starts speaking. I will not be responsible. I will not be responsible. I'm just letting y'all know it is out there. JG said, OMG, I remember those days of us having to sit through those demonic music things at church. They play things backwards. Yeah. Talked about the situation and etc. Me and my cousins always laugh at it now, but we were scared at the time. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Then that demon started talking, and I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, why are we listening to this? If this is a demon from hell. The church. It's a lot going on in the church, y'all. Oh, I Adore by Color Me Bad is good too. I don't know if the demon wrote that one, but he said the demon wrote I Want to Sex You Up and he possessed him. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tamika Randall. Tamika said, I'll be waiting. Hey, Carmen, thank you so much for the super chat. Carmen said, great live. Have a good night. Thank you. These lives, how do we end up here? Sorry, Playback Gang. Sorry, Playback. Oh, she's a singer from American Idol. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. No. Sarah, I'm doing Love Island on Mondays. Mondays now. I don't know what time. I'm going to do a poll to see if y'all want me to do Love Island in the afternoon, like late afternoon or early evening. So somewhere between 3 and 7. Let's pick a time that works. Yeah, she's from American Idol. American Idol. Yes. Jade said, yes, me and my cousin were shook to the core. When my cousin got rid of Maxwell, I said, child, I know it was real. I broke all my Beyonce CDs. Thank God for Apple. I done downloaded all her records now. And I'm still saved. Anyway, love y'all. A great time. I will see you all tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time for Love After Lockup. Bye, family. Mwah! Don't watch that video. Don't watch that video.